The following documentary is an interview with my grandpa, Rudy Craig, on his experience as a police officer during the Beverly Hills Supper Club fire.
My title was patrolman, started in 1970 and got hurt in 1984. I fell down the jail steps, 22 steps, and hurt my back and my legs real bad. I ended up retiring after that. The rewarding parts were stopping people from getting hurt, but it was mainly to help people on the streets. And all of us, that's all we wanted. That's why we became policemen, just to help people and keep the corruption away from out of Newport. Well, it was one of the best nightclubs in northern Kentucky or any place on this side of the river. People come from other countries to go to the Beverly Hills. It was just a high-class restaurant and showroom. And there was no gambling at all going on. That was all done back in the 40s and 50s. But it was beautiful then. Went there a couple times. I got engaged there. That day, I was working from 2 to 10. And around 7:30, I received a call. I was in Walgreens pharmacy in the Newport Shopping Center. I was getting batteries for the policeman's flashlights. And come over to radio that Beverly Hills is on fire. My wife was in the main room where most of the people got killed at. And I had to go up there just because we were married. When I first arrived, I had to park my cruiser at the bottom of the driveway in Beverly Hills. I jumped out of my cruiser and I walked real quick up to the top of the hill, and the flames were just billowing out of the roof of the Beverly Hills at the time. So I had to go around to the back, and that's when I seen people laying on the ground and other people helping people with oxygen tanks. A lot of them had passed away already. Some of them we helped get over a fence. I was actually really surprised. I thought it was just a kitchen fire or whatever. Didn't really hit me until I walked back to where the chapel was. And I seen all these people laying on the ground that was passed away. One guy was laying on the ground with his hand halfway, like he was waving to somebody, and he had died like that. It just wanted to make you cry. And that really bugged me. But there was other stuff we had to do, because watching out for thieves and everything else, because it always happens when there's a bunch of people, somebody's going to come in and try and steal stuff. I seen a young guy bend over a person, and I seen him reach down. I went after him, and I caught him. I brought him back to where everybody was. There was a newspaper reporter standing right beside me after I drug him back. But on the way bringing him back, he reached in his pocket, and I thought he was going for a knife or whatever. And I grabbed him, threw him on the ground, and was holding him down. Reached in his pocket, and I pulled out a handful of wedding rings. I called for another policeman. He come over, and Fort Thomas policeman. I give him the rings and stuff to hold on to for evidence. And so they finally got him off the hill, but there was several other ones that never got caught that had robbed bodies. And my wife, I couldn't find her. I went up and down that hill, a quarter of a mile long, 5 or 6 times, and other policemen were asking me, "Have you seen Dove?" And I had said the same thing to them. I said, "I can't find her," and I went back and forth. I was just kind of panicked, because I was standing by the door when they were bringing several bodies out, and every one of them was a blonde-haired girl, and my wife and Dove was a blonde-haired girl. But thank God it wasn't her. After the fire was cooled down, I went down to the restaurant and bar down at the bottom. It was called the Oasis, and I went in there looking for her, and she wasn't in there. And I come out of there and walked over, and I seen a limousine parked right close to where my cruiser was. And I seen a blonde standing there, and just by luck it was her, standing next to John Davidson. He was the main person that was singing there that night. His band leader was killed in the fire. And so me and Dove after the fire, we got to ride to the police station, then back to our house. I would have went in with the fireman, but that's just you don't know what you're going to do in a situation like that. After we got everything under control, the firemen were bringing more bodies out because they were filthy. I mean, the smoke and the dust, and several of them have passed away since, and that it's all because of the fire they was inhaling. They went in without no masks on, just try it and get people out. It started in the zebra room, and I still think that the place is set on fire. Everybody said it started with aluminum wiring, but according to people who was up there, they seen people in there washing the walls down with some kind of detergent or something like that. They didn't know, and they didn't even know that they weren't supposed to be there. And I still think of it today. I go past it every day and just thinking, all them poor people went out to have a good time and ended up dying over it. Forget a lot of stuff, but I still think of the poor people that died in it.